time. That's the one thing. We never seem to have enough. Every day, we give our time to something. Work, family, responsibilities. We wake up, go through our commitments, and before we know it, another day is gone. When we finally get time for ourselves, we have to choose. How do we spend it? For me, one of my choices is boxing. It simply started as a way to get fit. But more time I put into it, I sometimes wonder, how serious can I take it? What if I actually stepped into the ring and tested myself? But that's the thing about time. The more you invest in something, the more you start to question if you're using it the right way. Training takes hours. Competing takes commitment. Life already asks so much of us. Is it really worth giving even more? It's what I want to understand, what it truly takes to be a fighter. Not just the physical training, but the mindset, the sacrifices, the realities of chasing this path. Singapore isn't exactly known for boxing on the world stage. But that doesn't mean fight culture here isn't alive. There are fighters in this country dedicating their lives to this sport, stepping into the ring, representing us, and proving that we belong. So today, I'll be heading down to meet Danial Tyson Jalil before his next fight. I want to know, what does it take to compete at this level? What does Singapore boxing really look like? Could you share about your competitive experience?
To be honest, it's like you say, competitive experience, it's all like experience. So for me, during my amateur times, I win some, I lose some. Probably I lost more than I win. But obviously, I made it to some. I made it to the national team. I made it to some major games, SEA games, Asian Boxing Federation, and all that. Asian Boxing Games. And all this actually good because I have a good amount of experience on my head. So for me, during the amateur times, win or lose doesn't matter. Obviously, it's most things I can get out of it is the experience, fight experience.
Any thoughts on your upcoming fight?
My fight this month on the 15th of February is going to be a tough one because I'm actually going to face a undefeated opponent from the Philippines who actually has a knockout ratio of probably 90%. But then, the thing is, I watch his videos and I study him, so for me it's going to be a tough and challenging fight, but obviously with the help of my coach and hopefully things will be smooth along the way during my fight.
Pause. So you just surprised me with stats. 90% knockout rate. Oh my goodness.
I would say I can maybe exaggerate too much, 85, but still the same.
Oh yeah, it's still a high knockout rate. Can I know what do you think is your specialty when you're in the ring?
No, for me, my specialty is probably just it's my head movements because I like to move my head and I like to dodge punches and evade punches. So that's one thing that I can rely on.
I mean, they call it Danial Tyson for a reason, right?
Yes,
That's why.
I know how to move my head.
What goes through your head during a fight?
The thought process. To me, it's just to go there and execute what I have learned during all my trainings, like in terms of pad work, what my coach taught me, what I need to do and all that. Just to execute it and have fun, of course. And don't be don't panic. Just relax.
Bro, this is how do you have fun when getting punched in the face? I need to understand. Share me.
If you're in the sports long enough, getting punched now is part of everyday life. For me, it's just like just waking up and having another day at work. Only difference is I'm getting punched with 8 hours left. It's really something different. But I mean, getting punched is part of my job.
What's your personal struggle during this training camp?
For this training schedule is different because I have another job. I just had another job. So right now I'm going to balance. During a week I have to balance 3 things: my job, my training, obviously my family and my kids. So running around the whole Singapore, it's actually what's happening right now because I've got to balance so much things, especially for my training right now. Probably the most I can train is like 5 times a week. For other times where I'm not training, I'll do my runs to make up for that I'm lost.
What's a common challenge you observed being a pro fighter in Singapore?
I would say one is the pay. We're not getting paid enough. I mean, the sports scene in Singapore itself is really small. Let alone martial arts is even smaller. And let alone boxing is even smaller. So I would say it's really hard and tough to make a living out of it. That's why me as a pro fighter, as a pro boxer, I have to be a trainer, to have main income. I can't just depend on pro boxing to have a side income. I need to have income. So now the pro boxing is my side income.
So that's the struggle, and that's the difference in Singapore, right?
Yeah, big difference actually.
What motivates or drives you to do what you do?
Right now it's just for my family. Yeah, like obviously if I don't fight, if I don't train, I'm not training. If I don't fight, I don't coach. And that's the thing that that sets me apart is I whenever need income for my family. Right? So that's what I look forward to is the drive where I have to provide for my family. Right? Because I am the man of the house, so I have to provide for my family. I have to make sure everything is in play and all that before to have, so that my kids will have a sustainable life.
Crafting a better future with your own two hands, right?
Yes, better than mine for them.
What does your family think of you fighting professionally?
I mean, the thing about me is like my family back then before I got married is just that they wanted me to do two things. One is take care of my health, one is take care of my education, that. That's it, take care of my health. But then now, my family, which is my family, me, my wife, and all that. Now the thing I had to take care of is obviously my health, my income, and family, and my kids and all that stuff. So I would say it's a lot more on the plate. Getting married than having your own life before. Getting married is actually the most crucial thing.
How would you react if your kids choose to compete when they grow up?
For me, to be honest, I wouldn't force them, but if they really want to pick up from me, I would say, I would teach them everything that I know. Hopefully they become better. But the hunger in them dies off, they need something else. For me, it's something that I cannot control. I have to just give them a blessing. But if they want to be like me, like go all the way with boxing, sure, why not? I can guide them, but if they want to halfway some point, if they want to do something else, then I'll still give them a blessing. I'll try to help them as best as I can.
Are you ever too old to get into competitive boxing?
I would say as much as people say age, it's just a number. But if you actually get into boxing, as a fitness, there's no age limit. But as competitive, there might be an age limit. I would say probably the latest you can start is when you're 30.
When you're 30, why is that?
Yeah, because for competitive, you start at 30 and then your career ends at 40. For me, it's because you need a lot of time and experience, like between 30 and 40, right? You have like 10 years of getting as much experience as you can, and obviously your body is not like when you're younger. Because it breaks down easier. So I would say, the best time, like the latest for me, I would say if I were ever to start is 30, because that's where I can still absorb stuff, absorb all the knowledge, the training and everything.
How about boxing for fitness?
I would say, the thing that benefits you is that you'll be able to stay healthy, you'll be on a routine. You actually have the discipline because if you really want to be fit, you have to wake up. That boxing's at this timing, you can't be late. You have to prepare for it. You have to wake up. You have to go for it and all that. I would say, it's actually more of a discipline.
More for the discipline, so it works young and old.
It doesn't matter what age you are.
Timeless.
Yeah, timeless. Even though you're 50, you still can't be late for a class. Same for work. If you show up late for work, you're missing out on some stuff. If you show up late for class, boxing class, you're missing out on maybe the warm up or some techniques.
A big thank you to Daniel for taking the time to share his journey and insights. Although, during our conversation today, I couldn't help but notice his shirt. I like the drip. It's clean, it's bold, and honestly, it screams fighter energy. Turns out, it's a fully custom-made design with his logo. If you like what you see, be sure to grab one for yourself by checking out the link in the description below. And while you're at it, show him some love by dropping Daniel a quick follow on Instagram. Again, you'll find all the links down below. Thanks for sticking around till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Until next time, keep fighting for what matters, and I'll see you in the next one.
Oh my god, I exit this.